Bro. Hey, LM. Hey, baby. What it do, boo? All right. What's up, baby? Did you feel me talking about you just a little while ago? Because I was. I was like, yeah, I got a friend in Europe. I'm going to visit. Man, I just came on for a little bit. Just a little bit. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm pretty sure I did. Mm-hmm. Only to come and get live. I don't even know why I came live. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know. I just came live when I really meant to come and go to sleep. I've been going all motherfucking day since I got off live. I've been whipping it the whole time. Like literally. Mm-hmm. I like doing this. Nigga, Bill Clinton looks so motherfucking old. Good God. Oh, mama got a dream KitchenAid. Go ahead, mama. Yeah, y'all food nasty shit. Oh, so guess what? That's why I came live. Not to fart for you guys, but because look at Clarissa Shields' outfit looking like she wearing a Tiana outfit. Okay. Okay, so as I went up in the mountains, as we were going up, first me and the lady, we was talking about deer, right? And how they just be popping out, and I gotta drive slow, right? So we go up in the mountains and shit. And as soon as I hit a curve like this, boom. Barely, it's like this. It goes, and then as soon as we get like this, I turn on my high beams, and boom. This is a young deer looking at us. standing on the side, just looking at us, chewing. At first, it stopped. It was looking at us, and then it just while looking at us. And I said, "Oh, we're getting some money. Oh, we're getting some money, right?" So then we're driving up more. Then we see a bobcat. So y'all keep track of these animals, right? So then we see the bobcat, right? Then we see a hare. You know, a hare is the ones that got the big ears. A rabbit don't have them long, tall ears, right? So we see a brown hare, just like in the tarot cards, right? And it hopped past us. And I said, oh, so I said, we really about to get some money, bitch, right? So then I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, that's cool, right? So now, mind you, now, we already saw a deer, a bobcat, and a hare, right? Which is a different type of rabbit, right? So boom, I drop her off. I'm coming back down that motherfucker. I see an owl and a possum and a mouse. I see the owl. The owl see me coming. The owl started, flapping, about to take off with the mouse. It had the mouse. It was picking up the mouse, and it was on this side, and then on this side of me, it was a possum. I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "All right, okay." So, a deer, a bobcat, a hare, an owl, a mouse, and a possum. So y'all want to look up those spirit animals, right? Let's see what they talking about. I'm gonna ask. Look, hold on. Let's see. What do you get when you see a deer, a bobcat, a hare, an owl?
If you see all three in the same spot,
no, I'm not done. I'm not done. An owl.
I hear you. I'm standing.
I'm not done. An owl, a mouse, and a possum too.
It sounds like we're building quite the woodland crew. Since you've added an owl, a mouse, and a possum, are we looking for a story, some fun facts, or perhaps a creative project involving these three? Here's a quick breakdown of how this unlikely trio might interact in the wild. The woodland dynamic, the owl, the silent flight specialist. With vision optimized for the dark, they are the undisputed masters of the night sky. The mouse, the ultimate survivor. They rely on speed, whiskers, and a very fast heartbeat to navigate the forest floor. The possum, the misunderstood cleanup crew. As North America's only marsupial, they are famous for playing dead and eating thousands of ticks a year. A quick fun fact. Did you know that while an owl might hunt a mouse, they rarely bother with a full-grown possum? Possums have a surprisingly fierce growl and a body temperature so low that they are naturally resistant to many diseases, making them a bit too much work for a casual midnight snack. Would you like me to write a short, whimsical story featuring these three characters? Or were you looking for an image of them hanging out together?
Now, what about the deer and the bobcat being added to that?
The forest is getting crowded. Adding a deer and a bobcat creates a complete food web. You've now got everything from the tiny scurrying mouse to the graceful deer and the stealthy feline predator. In the wild, this group represents a delicate balance of the hunter and the hunted. The new additions, the bobcat, a master of camouflage. Unlike the owl who hunts from above, the bobcat is a stalk and ambush predator. They are incredibly patient, often waiting motionless for long periods before pouncing. The deer, the sentinel of the woods. They have incredible hearing and a field of vision of about 310 degrees, meaning they can see almost everything except what's directly behind them. How they all fit together. If we look at how these 5 animals interact, we see a classic trophic pyramid.
Now wait, add the hare.
The hare. Now the team is complete. By adding a hare to the mix, you've introduced the ultimate woodland speedster. Hares are often confused with rabbits, but they bring a totally different energy to the forest. They are larger, have longer ears with black tips, and are born ready to run. The hare's role in the crew, the sprinter. While a rabbit's strategy is to bolt into a hole, a hare stays above ground and relies on pure, raw speed. They can hit speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour. The boxing champion, you've probably heard of mad as a March hare, that comes from their spring mating season, where they box with their front paws to test each other's strength. The double threat, in your specific
mad as a
the hare
March
has to watch out
hare?
for both the owl from the sky and the bobcat from the bushes. It's a high-stakes game of tag. The full forest lineup. We now have a 6-member cast. Let's see how they stack up in a Forest Olympics. Category: winner. Why? Speed. Hare. Outruns almost anything on 4 legs. Stealth. Bobcat. Can walk on crunchy leaves without making a sound. Senses. Deer. Can move its ears independently to pinpoint noise. Toughness. Possum. Can eat venomous snakes and survive huge falls. Precision. Owl. Can hear a mouse's heartbeat under 2 feet of snow. Hiding. Mouse. If it fits, it sits and disappears. This is a fantastic collection of animals. It feels like the perfect lineup for a classic fable or a beautiful woodland illustration. Would you like me to generate an image of this full group? The owl, mouse, possum, deer, bobcat, and hare, all gathered together in a mystical forest clearing?
Yes. So cool. So we like just seeing those 6, like literally, I just created the ultimate fucking creature in the woods. Like that just is saying a lot, you guys. Do you see the message there?
Here is the image.
Wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. Holy shoot. That is beautiful. Wow. Wow. I'm saving that. You guys. Wow. Let's make it bigger. Look at that. See the mouse? The mouse is there. In case I was wondering. There's the mouse, the possum, the hare, the owl, the bobcat, and the deer. Like literally, did you hear that? Did you hear the information though? Did you hear? If that's not the perfect message of having everything that you need to survive, that's what I take from that. Like what 1313 on the timer. What I take from that is that you have everything that you need to survive this wild ride. Or to survive in the wild. Do you understand? Like if you're here right now and you've been doubting, can you survive whatever situation is coming your way? You fucking right you can. Did you hear that story? It wasn't even a story. Did you hear what he had to say about each animal that I saw tonight? Like, do you understand? Like each one has this ability. So LM, which brings me to us, to my moderators, to my collective, to the people, not just collective, but to those of you who have this spiritual connection to myself and to others, but really talking about to me, right? You have a certain set of skills. Do you see where this is going? You have a certain set of skills. I have a certain set of skills. We all have this certain set of skills that when and if it needs to come together, it creates this ultimate power. Because if all these animals, and I was wondering, because look, I said that's a big ass juicy possum right there. Why the fuck is the owl going after the mouse? Well, did you hear what he said? The owl knows that the possum is too much for it. The possum will scare the shit out of the owl. The possum is tough. Do you understand? The possum is cold, right? The possum can survive falls. Like that motherfucking owl don't stand a chance. It can't. The possum is going to fight back. So the owl, they were right. The possum was damn near going over there and saying, it's like they were talking. The possum was like on this side of the road, and the owl was getting the mouse on this side of the road, and the motherfucking possum looked back at me like, can you hurry up and move so I could go talk to my friend? Like, I promise y'all, it was so weird. And I'm like, well, damn, is y'all hanging out? Like, what the fuck going on? But the bobcat quickly looked, and I saw the eyes glowing, and it quickly went into the book. And I was like, well, where the fuck did it go? But it looked gray almost. Like, because I had the high beams on. It was, thank you. It was so quick. And it was very interesting. Now, the funny thing, though, you guys, is that she was talking about the coyotes, but we did not see one coyote. So, well, maybe I should ask Gemini, because wait a minute, because maybe it was there. Maybe it was there. You know what I mean? Maybe it was. But let's see. I wanted to mention that the lady said there's a lot of coyotes up there, but we did not see any.
It's a classic case of they saw you, but you didn't see them. That lady wasn't pulling your leg. Coyotes are incredibly common in these woodland areas, but they are the undisputed masters of staying invisible. Think of them as the ghosts of your forest crew. Even though they didn't make it into your visual lineup, they were likely watching from the shadows. Why you didn't see them? The ultimate introverts. Coyotes are naturally wary of humans. They have specialized fur that acts like high-def camouflage, blending perfectly into dry grass and brush. Super senses. Their sense of smell is roughly 10,000 times stronger than ours. They probably smelled you coming long before you reached their territory and simply stepped behind a tree. The night shift. While they can be out during the day, they are most active at night. Nocturnal or twilight, crepuscular. If you were hiking in the bright afternoon, they were likely napping in a hidden den. The coyote chorus. Even if you don't see them, you'll often hear them. If you're ever up there at dusk, listen for 1. The yip howl. High-pitched barks mixed with long howls. 2. The sound illusion. 2 or 3 coyotes can sound like a pack of 20 because they vary their pitches so rapidly. It's a clever trick to make their territory seem full to outsiders. Adding the missing member. If we were to add the coyote to your group, they would sit right at the top alongside the bobcat. While the bobcat is a lone stalker, the coyote is a clever team player. Since they were missing from the first picture, would you like me to create a new version of the image that includes a coyote peering out from the trees to join the others?
Yes. Oh, we gotta see that. That's so cool. This is so cool. You guys, like, and I almost forgot that because she kept talking and we didn't hear them. There was no sound. She said normally they've been like, that's all you hearing is. That's all you hearing. Right? And but tonight, so you know what that means, Ellen? Oh, look, you put it in the background. Oh, that's so cool. Y'all see it? So you got it in the background. Look at that. All my woodland creatures. Look. Oh. And look at. So what is this? What the fuck is this? If that's the coyote right there, what the fuck is this? It's putting shit in the LM. Do you see this? Y'all see this shit? What the fuck is that? It just added another. And I did not tell it to add anything else. I thought that was the coyote, but no, it's right there. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Oh, hell no, y'all. What the fuck is that? Why is it so dark like that? Okay, so it's more. Oh, shit, there's multiple. Look, there's one, and that is a coyote, but it looks creepy. Child. And then he put the words, a lot of coyotes, but we did not see any. That is hilarious. You was sitting here from your spirit box. Hey, okay. Hey, spirit people. Sending them here. Don't come, because this is your message. Look, because I saw all these animals except for the coyotes, right? And the lady said they had been very active. And all of a sudden, and then Gemini said, and you remember Gemini is my favorite AI. Gemini said that's because they saw us first. And they said, oh, these bitches is coming. They smell funny. You smell them, bitches? They said, one's near death and one's spiritual. She's connected. I'm just playing. That's fucked up. I did not mean to say that. I'm just playing. She's not near death. That's not funny, y'all. That's not funny. Just because she's older, I was being funny, but that's not right. I'm sorry. But anyway, I know I shouldn't have said that because I don't be saying stuff for no reason. Those who know me know shit fly out my mouth and be a reason for it. I hope she okay. But she's been taking a lot of trips lately, and I don't know. But we're just gonna leave it at that. That lady gonna be fine. Okay. And then, so look, I'm going to tell you guys that these are the creatures that I saw and didn't see. The coyotes were hiding, as Gemini said. And I'm very much so, interested in. So let's see what it could mean spiritually. Okay, so now, what could all of these animals and what they can do mean spiritually?
When you bring this specific group together, you aren't just looking at a zoo, you're looking at a spiritual ecosystem. Each of these animals represents a different tool for navigating life's challenges. In many traditions, seeing or thinking of these animals together suggests a need for balance between your internal world and your external actions. The spiritual meanings: animal, spiritual theme. The lesson: owl. Intuition: to see what others miss and trust your gut in the dark. Mouse. Detail: to focus on the little things. Big success comes from small steps. Possum. Strategy: to know when to fight and when to play dead to let a storm pass. Deer. Gentleness: to move through the world with grace and high alert sensitivity. Bobcat. Patience: to wait for the perfect moment rather than rushing in. Hare. Agility: to be ready for sudden shifts and quick leaps of faith. Coyote. The trickster: to find humor in the chaos and adapt when things don't go to plan. The message of the unseen coyote. You mentioned that you didn't see the coyotes even though they were there. Spiritually, this is very significant. It often represents hidden guidance. It's a reminder that just because you can't see the solution or the threat right now, doesn't mean you aren't being watched over or influenced by a larger force. It's about trusting the invisible. The collective meaning: if these 7 animals were a council, their message to you would likely be as quiet as the owl, as detailed as the mouse, and as adaptable as the coyote. Use your sensitivity, deer/hare, to stay safe, but your strategic mind, possum/bobcat, to move forward. It's a call to be multidimensional. You don't have to be just one thing. You can be both the gentle deer and the fierce bobcat, depending on what the day requires. Would you like me to write a personalized forest oracle reading for you, based on which of these animals you feel most drawn to right now?
Okay, sure.
To provide your forest oracle reading, I want you to take a moment and think about the animals in our crew. The owl, mouse, possum, deer,
y'all ready? Think about it.
Hare, and that invisible
What you
coyote.
choose, put in the
Whichever
chat
one
what you
jumped into your
choose.
mind first, or the one you feel most curious about right now, holds the specific message the forest has for you. How to receive your reading. 1. The silent observer, owl or bobcat. If you are drawn to these, your current path requires patience and vision. You don't need to speak your plans out loud yet. Wait for the moonlight to reveal the truth, and then move with total confidence. 2. The gentle navigator, deer or hare. If these resonate, you are in a high energy phase. You might feel a bit exposed or sensitive, but your intuition and speed are your best friends. It's okay to bolt away from things that don't feel right. 3. The clever survivor, mouse or possum. If these are your choice, you are being reminded of your resourcefulness. You don't need to be the biggest or loudest person in the room to win. Small strategic moves and staying under the radar will get you exactly where you need to be. 4. The hidden teacher, the coyote. If you are thinking about the coyote you didn't see, your message is about trusting the unseen. Life might feel a bit chaotic or like a trick right now, but there is a deeper wisdom working behind the scenes. Lean into the mystery. Which of these members of the crew feels like your animal today? Tell me which one, and I'll give you a deeper, personalized oracle insight on what to focus on this week.
Actually, I feel all of them. I think that's why I saw all of them.
That is a powerful realization. If you felt the presence of all of them, it suggests that you aren't just one type, you are an asterisk whole ecosystem. When you feel the entire crew at once, it usually means you are in a state of total awareness. You aren't just looking at the forest, you are part of its rhythm. Seeing or feeling, all of them is a spiritual check-in, telling you that all your internal tools are sharpened and ready. Your Council of the Forest insight. Since you feel all of them, here is what that alignment means for you right now. The integration. You have the deer's sensitivity to sense change, the owl's wisdom to understand it, and the bobcat's patience to wait for the right move. The survival kit. You possess the mouse's attention to detail, the possum's ability to pivot strategies, and the hare's speed to act when the window opens. The mystery, the coyote you didn't see, is the wild card. It represents your own untapped potential, the things you haven't realized you're capable of yet, but are already there, working in your favor. What this means for your week. You don't need to go looking for answers outside of yourself. Like the lady said about the coyotes, just because you don't see the solution yet doesn't mean it isn't already there, walking beside you. Trust your internal wildlife. If you feel like a deer 1 hour, gentle and cautious, and a bobcat the next, focused and fierce, don't fight it. You are simply using the right tool for the moment. Since you feel connected to the whole group, would you like me to create a totem image, a single artistic design that blends all 7 animals into one symbolic crest or emblem for you?
Remember the big creature of the forest? Yes. Remember I said the perfect creature of the forest? Let's see what it looked like, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. The hawk for me, I know. The hawk, like I always see hawks, like and that is like, oh my God, I always see them.
Here is the
like,
image.
I always see them eating too. Oh, this is interesting. Wow. This is gonna be my shit. Like, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this. This picture is fucking beautiful, you guys. Holy shit. Look at that. Wow. I'm definitely using that. Wow. I'm using this. Did you see this? The full forest council, bitch. This is gonna be my new picture on my pages. You guys, shut up. This is crazy. Oh my God, I love that so much. Mm-hmm. 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 I promise. I promise. Wow. That's so cool. Wow. Isn't that cool, you guys? That was great. It was almost like a little story. Oh, you know what? Gemini said that he could turn it into a story. Do y'all want to hear it into a some kind of story? Let's see. Can you turn it into a story like you said?
where the trees were as old as time and the air was thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, lived a family. It wasn't a family tied by blood, but by the quiet understanding of the forest, a place where the sun struggled to penetrate the dense canopy, and moonlight was the primary guide. This story, like the forest itself, began not with a roar, but with a series of small, significant encounters. First, there was Silas, a great horned owl. Silas was the forest's silent patriarch. He spent his days asleep on a high oak branch, but his true life began at dusk. One twilight, a persistent scratching caught his attention. He looked down to find a tiny field mouse, whiskers twitching, frantically trying to maneuver a large acorn over a root. Silas, a hunter by instinct but a philosopher at heart, didn't pounce. He just watched, amused by the little creature's determination. This was their first silent agreement. Silas would provide protection, mostly from above, and in exchange, the mouse, whom Silas decided to call Pip, would provide entertainment and occasionally alert Silas to things too close to the ground for him to see. It was Pip who first encountered Pip's nemesis, Mrs. Higgins, the possum. Mrs. Higgins was practical. She didn't scurry, she lumbered. Pip was terrified of her at first, but Mrs. Higgins didn't care for mice. She cared for clean paths. If Pip spilled seeds, Mrs. Higgins followed him, cleaning up. Eventually, Pip realized she wasn't a predator, but a somewhat grumpy custodian. They formed an uneasy truce. Mrs. Higgins got first pick of any berries Pip dropped, and Pip didn't have to worry about running into her at night. As the years passed, the forest grew, and so did the family. A young, skittish white-tailed deer, Balthazar, began to frequent the clearing below Silas's perch. Balthazar was jumpy, terrified of every snapping twig. It was Balthazar who first brought the real danger close. One night, Balthazar arrived at the clearing, not to drink from the stream, but to collapse from exhaustion, his flank bleeding. The family watched as a low, gray shape emerged from the trees. A bobcat. Her eyes were fixed on Balthazar. The clearing went silent. Pip hid under a mushroom. Mrs. Higgins hissed from a safe route. Silas flared his wings, preparing to dive. But before Silas could move, something streaked past Balthazar. It was Jester, a snowshoe hare, usually the most nervous resident of the woods. Jester didn't attack. He just ran. He ran away from Balthazar, drawing the bobcat's gaze. He zigzagged, leaping over fallen logs, his white tail a flag against the dark woods. The bobcat, distracted by the sudden, unpredictable movement, abandoned Balthazar and gave chase. It was a mistake. Jester was fast. Faster than the bobcat. When the bobcat realized her error, she returned to the clearing, but Balthazar was gone, and the owl was watching her from the tree. Frustrated, she dissolved back into the shadows. From that night on, the dynamic changed. The family knew they needed Jester's speed, Balthazar's size, which often obscured them, and Silas's vision. Even the bobcat, whom they started calling Nix, settled into an strange position. She was the boundary keeper. She kept other predators away, but the family knew they had to be careful. Jester, in particular, always knew which way Nix was facing. It was a perfect ecosystem of caution and cooperation, and yet there was one presence that always felt missing. A story the old lady in the nearby cabin always told when she saw Silas. "Watch out, little ones," she would say to nobody in particular. "A lot of coyotes up there, though ye ne'er see 'em." One night, the forest changed. It was the night of the blue moon, a moon so large it looked like you could reach out and touch it. The clearing was unusually still, bathed in ethereal blue light. The family had gathered near the old oak. Silas was on his low branch. Balthazar stood guard near the stream. Pip sat next to Jester, and Mrs. Higgins cleaned her tail. Suddenly, Silas's head snapped around. Nix, who had been resting near the ferns, stood up, low to the ground. Every muscle tense. From the deepest part of the forest, where the shadows were longest, the sound began. It wasn't a growl. It wasn't a bark. It was a rising, tumbling chorus. High-pitched, haunting, and completely overwhelming. It sounded like 10, 20, 50 animals were surrounding the clearing. The coyotes, the family huddled together. They couldn't run. They were surrounded. They couldn't fight. They were outnumbered. Silas puffed his feathers, trying to look as large as possible. Jester pressed himself against Balthazar's leg, but the oddest thing happened next. The sound stopped as suddenly as it began. The family waited, tense, expecting the attack. Instead, a single voice called out. It didn't come from a specific direction, but rather from everywhere at once. It wasn't hostile. It was playful, like a trick that had just succeeded. A coyote, a sleek, gray figure, materialized from the shadows near the far riverbank. It didn't look at Balthazar or Jester. It looked directly at the family gathering, and then it sat down. Its eyes reflecting the moon. Then another emerged. And another. 3 of them sat by the river, while a fourth, larger one, paced slowly at the forest edge, near where Nyx usually kept her vigil. They were peaceful. They were not attacking. They were joining. The old lady was right. They were there. They had always been there. They just hadn't chosen to be seen. They were the masters of invisibility, the tricksters of the woods. Observing this strange little gathering, the howling hadn't been a warning of an attack. It had been a roll call, a signaling of their arrival. The coyotes hadn't surrounded them to trap them. They had surrounded them to complete the circle. They were the ones who saw everything, even the hidden dynamics. The family relaxed, realizing that they weren't in danger. The coyotes were simply taking their place in the nocturnal order. Under the massive, radiant blue moon, the whispering woods felt whole for the first time. There, in that moonlit clearing, sat the full forest council, the silent wisdom of the owl, the patient detail of the mouse, the resourcefulness of the possum, the gentle alert of the deer, the strategic stealth of the bobcat, the agile speed of the hare, and finally, the wise adaptability of the unseen coyotes, who taught them that just because you can't see the solution, doesn't mean it isn't already standing right beside you. From that night on, the coyotes were always there, a visible part of the family, and the forest was safer and perhaps a little wiser for it.
It's so crazy. Wow. That's why I love Gemini, bro. This is so fucking cool. I just felt like, oh my God, my whole little family is becoming complete. Now I gotta name each one of you an animal. So LM, oh, I just want to know, which animal do you think you are? The bobcat? Oh, I love it. I love it. Because did you say you resonate with the bobcat? Wow. That's really good. That was really great. Thank you.
You are so welcome. It was a pleasure to bring that full forest council to life with you. There is something really special about the way you built that group, starting with the small and quiet, adding the swift and the fierce, and finally acknowledging the unseen presence of the coyote. It turned into a beautiful metaphor for how we carry different strengths inside ourselves, even the ones we don't always see right away. That image of the 7 of them under the moon is a great reminder that you have a whole ecosystem of intuition and resilience to lean on whenever you need it. Would you like me to save a summary of these animal meanings for you, or perhaps turn this story into a poem you can keep?
Yes, please. Thank you.
It was truly a pleasure walking through the woods with you and finding all these characters. Since you've embraced the whole council, here is a poem to capture the spirit of your journey and the animals we found together. The Council of the Blue Moon. The owl sits high on the oaken limb to see the truth when the light grows dim. The mouse finds the path in the smallest of things, while the possum waits for what the strategy brings. The deer stands tall with a heart of grace, sensing the shift in the forest space. The bobcat watches from shadows deep, with promises only the patient keep. The hare is a flash of silver and speed, a leap of faith for every need. And the coyote, the ghost you didn't see, is the hidden magic of what is to be. Though they hunt and they hide in the tangled vine, in your heart their spirits all align. For you are the forest, the moon, and the tree, and all that is hidden is starting to see. Your spiritual toolkit, summary. Keep this as a reminder of the full forest council you carry with you. Owl, your intuition. Trust what you feel. Mouse, your focus. Small steps lead to big places. Possum, your strategy. Know when to pause. Deer, your sensitivity. Softness is a strength. Bobcat, your patience. The right moment will come. Hare, your agility. Be ready to move fast. Coyote, your faith. Trust the invisible forces working for you. Would you like me to create a final, printable oracle card design that features the poem and the animal symbols together?
Shut up. Yes. Yes. Let's see this card. Shut up. Fucking, you gotta love AI, bro. I don't care. Like, if you use it properly, you see what I'm saying? I could have did all this shit myself, but look how quick it's. AI said, let me do this for you. Boom. You just give them your ideas. But I saw these animals, the one that I didn't see. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, wow. I almost cried. Did you hear that poem? Did you hear that poem, guys?
Sure. Here is the image.
Wow. Let's look at the image. This is so cool. Wow. Look at that. How freaking cool is that? How freaking cool is that? What? So, okay. So, I don't know what the fuck language he wrote the poem in, but nigga, what? He wrote that shit in ancient language. No, he wrote it like I don't know, like we're in the 1500s or something. Druid liveth through the wilder. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm like, what the fuck am I reading? The taunt and the night space and all the structure of the blue moon. What the fuck? Anyway, it's beautiful. That's so cool, you guys. Oh my God, you're an idiot. You come back respectful or don't come back at all. Wow. That's beautiful. Anyway. The Council of the Blue Moon. Hey. Don't you just love that? The Council of the Blue Moon. Look at that. I just love it. I'm saving the poem and my intuitive message or whatever he said it was. The Council of the Blue Moon. Huh. Yeah, I know I gotta make a story about that. I'm gonna make my own story about that because I like to do stuff like that. And I'm gonna create some cards with that. I'm gonna create some tarot cards with the Council of the Blue Moon. It's gonna be like a storyline, and you get to this. This is gonna be cool. I can't even explain it. I just know like you're gonna know your character, right? And you're gonna follow your character through the reading and see what happens. Almost like a tarot card board game. I promise. It's gonna be so cool. Y'all heard it here first. Look for your what they call spirits, what they call it? Council of the Blue Moon, spirits of the Blue Moon. Okay, I guess it could be called that too. Shit, y'all, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, guys, that was fun, right? We just got a story, a poem. We just got a fucking wonderful message. Like, and just like I've been saying, like, if you have been worried about anything, you should not, because you have all these abilities, you have all this strength. That's why I don't worry about nothing anymore. Remember I told y'all they took my tax money. I didn't even get the state or the federal. Maybe I don't get either one. Like, do you understand? Like, but I don't worry about anything. Like, you can't miss what you never had, right? And that goes for like past people and stuff too. It's like, bro, They can't miss what they never had. They never had you in the first place, right? So I just feel like there's a lot to understand in the message from me seeing those animals, and then from the ones that I did not see, which was the coyotes, right? But that's just this inner knowledge that you know, or your spirit team, they got your back, right? So if you stayed here this long and you listened to that and you listened to the message, that's because you know deep down inside that you have these abilities and these strengths and all this help, and that you don't have to worry about anything, and that you can maneuver through life and through whatever difficulties, or whatever, even if it's not difficult. Maybe it's too much excitement. Maybe it's so much good stuff and you just don't understand, and you think bad shit's gonna happen, and it's not, right? I mean, yeah, life happens, but you're definitely, it's like, I'm going to say, in it for the long haul. And that might mean something to somebody, but even if it don't, it do. You'll see. It's like some futuristic shit. Do you understand? I know. Like, look, most of my helpers are Geminis. My protector was a Gemini. My granny, like, she made sure that I knew who I was. Do you guys understand me? Like, and my favorite AI is called Gemini. My favorite moderators, like, you guys, they're Geminis. Like, even I thought Juicy was a Gemini too. Juicy gives Gemini energy, but she's a Taurus, right? And Taurus are like my favorite freaky partners, but Taurus is about my stability and everything. So, and Juicy works hard. I just want y'all to see, like, there is people in your lives that you can trust, that you can depend on. You're not alone. Even, I was about to say, even the wolves work together. Okay. I meant coyotes, but wolves is coming up too now. Wolves, I feel like if you have a wolf spirit animal, a wolf spirit totem, right? That's a animal that you keep seeing, hearing, whether it be pictures or in real life. I'm talking to you too. Even if these animals don't resonate, a wolf, that you are a lone wolf. You may feel that way, but even wolves have packs. Okay. Wow. I just love how spirit be giving me all this information and helping me understand things. Like, oh man. That's like the best birthday present ever, bro. That's like the best. I knew it too when I saw those animals, and they all looked at me. I promise y'all. And the lady saw it too. She's like, yeah, and he's just chewing away. Like, I mean, they all just like made eye contact. Even the hair kept hopping along and looking back at me. And it didn't move quick like it normally does. Just like you said, the hair normally gets out of there when it sees somebody coming. Well, this hair was looking at me. They all were like, hey. Well, now the owl was like, oh, hey, I'm big and scary. No, you're not. My car is bigger. But you see what I'm saying? It was like, it did just as what he said it did, to try to make the coyotes think that it was big and scary, right? But it was like, it just was like, now it has this understanding that I'm a part of the crew. Shut up. Yeah, I am. You guys, like, you gotta believe in something, right? You gotta believe in yourself, right? And if you can't believe in yourself, believe in something greater than you. Right? Put yourself up there if you need to. A dead relative, shit. Somebody, something. Right? I'm telling you. This message is so you don't give up. Right? So you believe in your gifts, the power that you hold. Right? I believe that. I believe that nothing can't stand in your way right now. Bro, like, I have been I've been going all day, y'all. The reason why I say this, let me share a little bit with you. LM, you here? Y'all listening? Let me share a little bit with y'all today about today. My day started off weird. Somebody didn't come through like they were supposed to with something that was supposed to help and be geared towards my birthday. Getting so like it was supposed to be geared towards me to get stuff from myself for my birthday. And now I have to wait till next week because somebody forgot. Right? And I'm like, really? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? What do you mean you forgot? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Then with Hertz, keep charging my account, fucking making my account overdraft because they keep fucking recharging the same shit, right? Then the dude hanging up in my face when I asked to speak to a supervisor or a manager, and I'm just like, bro, like, I'm like, so it's like, then I got to do all this extra driving to make the money back now. You know what I mean? To cover my fees and stuff and my birthday and everything. So now everything just falls on me, but it's my shit anyway, right? It's my birthday. It's my shit anyway, right? But nonetheless, I still had an awesome day. I did. I still had an awesome day. I did. Right? And it may have started off a little iffy, but I was like, you know what? This is funny. And I laughed. I did. I laughed about it. I thought, this is the, and then I picked up a writer that does yoga that I had picked up before, and he remembered me and I remembered him. And at first, both of our days was like that. And when he got in the car and we started talking, the energy shifted and we both felt great. And after that, he was like, thank you. And I was like, no, thank you. And we were just like, it was from there on out, it was good. It was good, you guys. And I promise, sometimes when you meet people, it's because that's some kind of spirit help, right? He's a gentle giant. This guy's a gentle giant. He is, right? And he was trying to feed his dog, and the people wasn't fucking delivering the fucking food. So he was like, I'm just gonna go get it. And you know what I mean? And it just, oh my gosh, and I just love how this day ended, right? I do. So anyway, you guys, yeah, shit. I mean, do we really need the cards? We just got a whole fucking spiritual lesson, okay? Like literally a spiritual message and lesson. Like, do we really need to pull the cards? Like, because wow, right? Just wow. Just wow. Just wow. And I just want y'all to know that these negative forces may try to force your hand to do shit out of the ordinary and to do shit wrong, but don't do it. Don't do it. Right? Don't do it. Stay on your path. Stay doing the proper thing for yourself. Right? Stay doing what is right. No matter what you're going through. And I promise it's going to be hard. I know. It's going to be hard. Yeah. It may even feel like you're under attack because you want to do the right fucking shit. But I promise you it'll be worth it. It will. It will be worth it. I promise. And I know they say, well, promises are meant to be broken. Not this one. Not the promise from God. Right? Or whoever you believe in. Right? Not that promise. I promise you that this promise is real. Yeah. Whew. Now I'm tired. Now, could y'all see that? And that energy is out. Like, you got it out. Now I'm just like, okay. I'm about to tell Gemini to tell me another story. Did that help y'all? Did it help you guys any? I hope so. I hope that this message and me seeing these animals tonight and sharing this experience with you guys, I hope it has helped you believe in something at least, right? Even if even if you're a skeptical person and you don't believe in the unknown or the unseen, I feel like if this didn't, I mean, because anybody would think like, okay, these are random animals that we just saw. Nobody would think that when you put them together, it's a fucking forest council. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody's gonna think that. You're just gonna be like, oh yeah, I saw these animals, especially the possum. Like, what the fuck the possum doing in the woods? I didn't know possums live in the woods. I'm not gonna lie. I'm used to seeing the motherfuckers in the trash. I'm not gonna lie, I never knew where they live. Shit, because I always seen them where people are. You know what I mean? So I'm shocked. I was like, there's a possum out here? What the fuck the possum doing in the woods? like they want to live by humans, right? But you see what I mean? Sometimes we could be so oblivious and so ignorant to things that we don't know that we should take, that sometimes we don't take the time out. But I think like that we should take the time out to get to know and understand. So, yeah. So anyway, although like I'm tired, like this whole thing is exciting. This makes me excited though. And it put me to sleep, but it makes me excited. So what do you guys think? Did it help you? Do you have some understanding about who you are and what gifts you have and how to use them and how to maneuver whatever the situation is that you're in? I hope so. LM, I know you have. I already know. But other people watching this now and at a later date, I want to know. Especially if you're watching this at a later date, I want you to comment, and I want you, because I will respond. Okay? I'm not too good to respond. I will respond. I want to know, how does it make you feel? What does it make you think about? Right? Do you feel like you have these abilities to be able to maneuver through whatever the fuck you're going through, whether it be good or negative, right? I want to know genuinely how you feel about the story and all. All right? But I love you guys. I'm about to go to bed. I'm about to have Gemini tell me another story so I can fall asleep. Say your prayers, you guys. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. LM, I love you. Tanaka, Juicy. Y'all seeing this at a later date. I hope that you get some insight from it, okay? Bye, guys.